Welcome, and thank you for joining me for another Coffee with Bridget. And this is the final one in this series. We have been revisiting alchemy in a different form. It's been a journey. So we are at coagulation. Now, alchemy has a school of thought called Spurgix. I'm not really sure how to say it. I believe it's Latin. But it is, everything comes together and everything falls apart. And alchemy is the study of everything falling apart, and at coagulation, it comes back together. Essentially, alchemy is taking yourself apart and putting it back together in a new form that is beneficial to you and everybody else. So, coagulation, what is it? This is the Philosopher's Stone. This is the alchemical child. Alchemical child reveals a lot. It means that you have a childlike mind. You find and experience joy in the little things, the silliest stuff. Being silly is so important. Being able to be silly, to play. The alchemist plays. The alchemist does not take life seriously all the time. The alchemist plays. Enlightened people play. Self-actualized people play. And that's, this is enlightenment. This is self-actualization. Now, do I resonate with all of those? Do I put myself on a pedestal and say, woo, I've reached some big level that other people haven't? No. Have I reached coagulation? Yes, I have a sense of self now after the process of being, dismembered and coming back together. And that is something that's immutable. It's something that attracts others to me. A golden mind attracts others. A golden mind changes minds. A golden mind brings hope and enlightenment to others. Self-knowledge. A golden mind does that. And it takes great loss and suffering to get to this point. It takes deep work. And like I said, you probably won't know the people who are self-actualized. You probably won't know the people who are enlightened. Not on this level, not in this way. And the process of alchemy is done over and over and over again. So, in my life, I'm at dissolution again because I'm going through divorce. My identity as a housewife is over. And I'm having to reinvent myself. Look at the new phase. And I'm excited about the new phase. I've gone through this process so much, I'm like, whew, I know this path. I have the map. And the map doesn't scare me anymore because I know my way. My subconscious is illuminated. I know myself. I know the sun will rise tomorrow and I will be fine. It doesn't mean I don't lean on others. It doesn't mean that I want to be alone. We think of the hermit at the top of the mountain shining the lantern to everybody else. We think of them as an isolated picture. And we learned in distillation, it's the teacher and the student. It's a relationship. Coagulation is the number 7, which is the spiritual path. It is lucky 7s, like in Vegas, it's jackpot. This is where you feel happiness. This is where you find joy in the smallest things. It's childlike mind. The Philosopher's Stone is described as red, which is desire. So you still have desire. You still have passion. It is wax-like in nature, which means that your mind is flexible. It forms shapes. That's the key thing about wax. It does take on shapes. It can take on whatever shape you want. And you can boil it down with heat, pressure. Life is heat and pressure. And you boil it down and reshape it. Wax is not easily destroyed. Wax is something that it endures, It takes a new shape. It gives illumination to others. Candles give illumination to others. And candles come in many, many forms. What else can I say about coagulation and the Philosopher's Stone? Gold is desirable. They say it's rare. They say it's one of the easiest ones to form chains, so it's used the most in jewelry. Gold represents the sun. The sun is, life, illumination, abundance. The card associated with coagulation is the World card. Interestingly, in the World card, you have 2 wands. She's holding 2 wands. As above, so below. The Magician has only 1 card in the Magician card. She only has 1 wand. The world card has two wands. That's the subconscious and the conscious, as above and so below, on both levels of their mind. They're dancing with life. They're dancing with life. Think of the difference between the world card where they're dancing with life as opposed to the devil card where they're in bondage. The dancer knows, when it comes to dancing, you know the moves. But the moves change. You're not stagnant. You're not staying in one place. You are working with life. You're working with the phases. You're working with reality. It is not something where you just stay the same. It's not stagnant. It is a constant process. And dancing with life means that you're a partner to life. So you're working with nature, with reality. There are the 4 fixed signs in the world card. There's Scorpio, which I've already talked about. Scorpio, it has the full path of the seeker. Scorpions and Scorpios, Scorpios go through it. They have difficult lives. It's one of the most difficult zodiacal signs that you can have, next to Aquarius. Aquarius are people who are asked to evolve into the human side, and not much is known about what it is to be truly human. And I teach this because this is an indigenous teaching. So there have been different worlds before us. The first world was the mineral world. So where we related as a species to rocks and minerals, and we were just part of the world. Then was the plant phase. The plants, we can learn a lot from plants. Plants, they focus on the sun. They develop sugars. Plants are very informative. And we are currently in the animal phase, the animal world, the third world. And the animal world we can base on animals. This is following our instincts and intuition. It's survival. It's, the animalistic urges. And then the next zodiacal age we're going in is the age of Aquarius, which is the age of the human. And no one really knows what a human operating at their full capacity can be. Other than the self-actualized enlightened people. But self-actualization and enlightenment is so rare because it takes so much self-examination. It takes metacognition. And people who are enlightened are not going to draw attention to themselves and say, I'm enlightened. They're not going to do it. And enlightenment means lightening up. It's having a childlike mind. Taking joy in the stupid, silly things. Saying, oh my God, I ate a croissant today and it was delicious. It was the best croissant I've ever eaten. Which is stupid and silly and childlike, but it's true. It's like, because it's the one I ate today in this moment, in the now, it was delicious. That is being enlightened, is embracing the moment, embracing the now, living for today, and lightening up, enjoying it, having fun. It's not perfection. You can't expect perfection when you're human. We're flawed. That's just how we are. We're limited. But everybody, in my opinion, can reach enlightenment and self-actualization if they apply themselves. So, coagulation is the coming together of the personality once again after this whole process of dissolution, breakdown, building up, seeking, teaching. Coagulations when it all comes together. And a scab is a coagulation. So, it's an interesting phase. It really is. But it's just a phase. You're going to go through the process again. We all do. We all go through phases. The moon is something we must accept. So I hope you enjoyed my description of the coagulation stage of alchemy. It is awesome, but it's not, it's not what people think it is. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care and bye for now.